And welcome. It is Wednesday. It's the 14th of August. Turn that down. Facebook will cut us off. It is a kind of a grey and dull morning out there. It is kind of one of those mornings where it's dry. It looks like it's going to piss rain at any moment, but it's not too bad though. It's not cold either. There's no cold there today. It's also one of those days where we will see some rain at some places this morning, and then later on today it'll become there will be some sunshine breakthrough at times, but mixed in there are a few heavy showers. And temperatures today as high as 21 degrees in places. All right. Now I won't lie to you. Sorry, that light there is annoying me. It's flashing and driving me spare. Oh, that's bright. I won't lie to you. The papers don't make for good reading this morning. The Examiner talks about Nora Quirin's death. Solve mystery of Nora's death. Tragedy in Malaysia as teenager's body found naked near jungle stream. It's an awful story there. And then another awful story to couple up with that. A 3-year-old boy, the boy who was found in the swimming pool on holiday in Spain, has died. Very sad story. He's from Mallow in Cork. It's just really, really sad story there. So it's a bit depressing on the front page. Separately to those depressing stories, high-end property owners can make a killing, it says, in Adair during the Ryder Cup. It may be 7 years away, but the Ryder Cup corporate ball is already rolling in the direction of Adair Manor. That's on the front page there this morning. Irish Independent also talks about Nora, family are broken after teenager's body found. A post-mortem to shed light on how she died will be carried out this morning. And use your grant to cover the rising cost of rents. That's according to the Minister. He tells students who received their Leaving Cert results yesterday that use your going to college, like there's massive rents as we know, and he's saying use the grant that you get wisely and it could cover the cost of your rent as well. That's in the Irish Independent. The Times says post-mortem on Nora to take place as President sends sympathies. The repatriation of the teenager's body may be delayed if Malaysian police suspect foul play. And vitamin D levels in Donegal are far worse than the national average. A lack of sunshine is to blame above in the county of Donegal for vitamin D deficiency and incidents of osteoporosis. That's on the front page of the Irish Times there this morning. And the Mirror then talks about Jessica Moore, the 19-year-old girl from Galway who sadly died at her Debs. Dad of Jessica Moore pays heartbreaking tribute to Angel, daughter after school Deb's tragedy. And rescuers may have missed the body of Nora Quirin during the first search of the area as the 15-year-old was found yesterday. That's according to the Mirror there this morning. Very sad reading in some of those stories. Top trends that we're waking up to today. The Leaving Cert results are trending. I remember my own results back in 2005. It was a shock to the system just picking up that envelope. So nerve-wracking. But hey, look, I turned out all right. Didn't I? Kind of. That's the top trend today. The Game is also trending. It was the latest episode on RTE, all about hurling, was on last night. Hong Kong is trending as well because protests are continuing. There was actually an undercover policeman beaten and a reporter tied up. That's going on in Hong Kong. And David Goff is trending, the football referee. There was a piece in yesterday's Examiner sports section from Eamon Fitzmaurice which basically said David Goff should not referee the Kerry Dublin match. And there's been a lot of reactions to that online overnight. And Colm Keys, I think, also wrote in the Irish Independent as well, agreeing with him. That's one of the top trends. And also just one of the big sports stories this morning is Man City, they've kind of been facing this investigation by FIFA as to whether or not they broke the rules in signing young players. Well, they did break the rules, but they won't get a transfer ban like the likes of Chelsea, let's say. Instead, they got like a €500,000 fine, which they can well afford. And speaking of money and all that kind of crack, are you a procrastinator? I have to admit, I'm definitely I procrastinate somewhat most weeks, where I keep putting things off and putting things off and putting things off, and then eventually I have to do it. Well, people who waste their own time and procrastinate, it could be costing you nearly £500 a year. And I'll come back to the reasons why on the radio this morning. But so if you're a procrastinator and you're watching this and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'll just watch this video now and then I'll go and do whatever it is. Well, things like that kind of attitude could be costing you money every year. We'll come back to that in the show this morning. Now, there's a load happening on the show. What are we at? 6:56. We've got €280 on Who's for Breakfast. Is it 270 or 280? Oh, it's 270. We've €270 on Who's for Breakfast. So that's coming up on the show this morning. It's all with thanks to Moriarty Central and Central Car Sales in Farn 4. We have more lunch boxes, which we'll give away as well, with thanks to Lee Strand. We've got our cool, funky new cooler bag lunch boxes ahead of going back to school. So we're going to give away 5 of those on the show this morning. And I've got 4 tickets to the 80s party. The biggest 80s party of the summer is happening in the Rosatree Dome as part of the Rosatree this year on the 24th of August. So full details of that coming up on the show as well this morning. Enjoy your Wednesday. Have a good day. And I'll talk to you in a few minutes on the radio. Good luck.